So I think that the environmental part of ESG, we've just been through COP26. We are facing an environmental crisis globally. However, the bit of ESG that I think makes most difference to people today is the social part of it. We do not have a level playing field either globally or in our own country in terms of how people live their lives and how easy it is for them to just get the basics right. And I think the fact that people can contribute to help each other, to make their community a fairer and more egalitarian place is really important. I think everybody wants to help in whatever way they can. So I think the concept of micro donations just opens up that opportunity for all of us. I don't know about you, but during the pandemic, I never felt such an embracing sense of community, whether it was all stepping outside our front doors on a Thursday night to clap for care workers and the NHS, or whether it was doing the shopping for the elderly couple over the road, who I have to confess I'd never even met before. It made me feel good. It was helpful to them and it made me feel good. And it just reminded everyone how great it feels to make a difference for other people and improve the well-being of the community. Really important, more now than ever. The majority of companies have the capability to do more to help the community, to help society, to give back from and to the consumers who support their brands, however direct or indirect that is. In my experience, companies have always worked hard to raise money for charity, to do events, whether they're big balls or sponsored walks or runs around the town, and to do things that help their local community. But sometimes it's difficult to harness all that effort and energy, and it's also difficult sometimes to enable your consumers to contribute. So I think finding ways to bring the whole community of an organisation together, from its customers to its suppliers to its colleagues, is really important and makes everyone feel good about being part of that organisation. It builds the brand, both for employees and for consumers. And we all know the value of that in terms of investors and in terms of the valuation of the company. So not only is it the right thing to do, but it makes lots of commercial sense too. So I think the micro donation movement is such an important part of charitable giving because everybody loves to give. Everybody feels lighter in spirit when they've been able to help someone else. But not everyone can afford to buy an item at a charity auction or attend a charity ball. So the fact that this allows everyone to contribute to something really important locally or in our society, to feel really good about it, but it's not going to break the bank. Lots of people on a budget love to give, and I think this is a great and easy way for everybody to get involved in giving, and that's why I'm such a huge supporter of micro donations. So the micro donation giving experience is an immediate, in the moment opportunity to just do something good while you're getting something for yourself, doing your shopping, buying your pizza, whatever you might be doing. It just gives you the chance to support a really worthy cause in a quick and simple way. Everyone can get involved, and it's the perfect way for everybody to just give a little something and make a huge difference. The most important thing for us to do is get the message out there about micro donations, the role they play, the difference they can make, the power of community coming together through businesses to make a huge difference in society. And I think if everybody understood the legitimacy of it, the great work that can be done as a consequence of it, it would become second nature, and that's what we need. We need it to just be the next thing you do as you're checking out is just tick that box, no matter how small the donation, because as we know at Pennies, it all adds up. So I think communication of the micro donation movement, and of course for Pennies in particular, to ensure we continue to build our partner base. But I think micro donations in general just needs to be understood and embraced by everyone. That should be our goal. And at the heart of it is the great work that's being done, particularly by Pennies, to get the message out there. I'm so excited to be part of Pennies. For want of a better expression, I think we've got a tiger by the tail. I think the timing for the organisation is so good. I think the mood is with us, the sentiment is with us. You know, we are enabling giving in a huge way. To me, Pennies is a no-brainer. As someone who's worked in retail and consumer-facing businesses for years and years, it's a great way of harnessing all of that goodwill, making it exciting for colleagues, making it great for customers to feel that they're able to give to something really worthwhile, either in their community or in society in general. So I'm very excited for the prospects for Pennies, and I really think now is our moment to get the message out there, to build our client base, as I know we're doing incredibly well and at pace, and really take the opportunity to play our part in driving that S within the ESG agenda for businesses, something you can be really proud of. You know, isn't it wonderful to be part of an organisation, whatever your attachment to that organisation is, that you're really proud of what they stand for, of what they do, of how they're improving, of the difference that they're making. So yeah, it's so important to feel proud of the businesses you're involved in, and especially if you're working for one. So for businesses joining the Pennies movement, there's a great advantage to the simplicity, once the technology's been implemented, of harnessing all of the consumer goodwill and putting it in one place in a very simple way. People want to be associated with brands that do good, so I think it's brand building. People want to, organisations and colleagues want to contribute to important causes that they're close to, and so this is a great way of having something that works every day to just continue to build that funding for important charities. So I think it's simple, I think it makes a difference, and I think everyone can get involved. Businesses are now valued based on their ESG credentials. So it's not only important that people feel good about working for an organisation, but actually it affects the value of the company. And it also affects the commercial performance of the company, because customers like to shop with businesses that they know do good in their community. So it really is a no-brainer. It's excellent impact on businesses to join Pennies and to make a difference to charity in that way. So I think any business that's looking to get involved with Pennies, the first thing I would say to them is do it. But I think there's an important approach, and that is to get the whole organisation excited about the easy way and the convenient way that we can make a difference to the charities that are important to us. So it's great to have the CEO as an ambassador of that change and that implementation and that programme, but it really needs to be across the organisation for implementation to happen. So, you know, getting the CIO involved or getting the commercial director involved, but also all of the colleagues in stores, such that when they're talking to consumers about Pennies and what micro donations means and why they're involved, they're as enthused and as passionate and as confident to talk about Pennies as we are. So I really think that getting the whole company engaged in such a positive movement and such a positive change for the organisation is really important, and something that people who are thinking about joining the organisation should set about doing.